Teranga.
That year in the Tour de Senegal motor rally, an extraordinary thing happened. After 3 days and 3 nights racing, only 7 cars finished. And out of these 7 cars, the first 5 were CXs. To fully appreciate just how great an achievement this was, you have to know what the Tour de Senegal is really like. A 1,865-mile route taking the drivers to every part of the country, for the most part on earth tracks. With the cars raising dust and skating around as if on ice, these tracks have to be covered at a compulsory average of some 60 miles an hour. In the northeast, the second leg, over 600 miles long, runs along the frontiers of Mauritania and Mali. At times, the track changes from dust to stones. Chaotic stretches of scree have to be covered without slowing down or breaking down. Are the cars flying low, or are the stones flying high? On the second day, at Tambacounda checkpoint, only 10 cars were left in the race. Among them, the Renault driven by Patrice, an all-Senegalese team, was to be in at the finish. So was Yadoun Hamoucha's Peugeot 504. Priavoine's Renault, on the other hand, didn't make it. In Casamance, in the far south, narrow tracks and dust make overtaking a dangerous affair. The only way is to leave the track and overtake at one go through the tall grass. The track isn't a track now. It's a nightmare. The rain has filled it with ruts and furrows, and the sun has made bumps, potholes, ruts and trenches, all as hard as rock. In the tall grasses may lurk death traps, like old tree stumps or boulders. But the race must go on, whatever the cost. What the cars have to go through and the extraordinary action of the CX's suspension can be seen here in slow motion. 3 of the CXs averaged over 60 past this point. Halfway through the rally, the route crosses Gambia, which cuts Senegal in two. Gambia is hardly more than a river with a frontier round it. The cars are ferried across. A few minutes later, they're over the frontier. At Farafenni in Senegal once more, the race is on again, fast and furious as ever. Colac is the rally's turning point. After clocking in, the teams can snatch an hour or two's sleep while the cars, or those still in the race anyway, get some maintenance. Marlene Cotton, head of Citroën's competitions department, meets her drivers again. Citroën boss George Taylor is also on the spot. The race's breathtaking pace is occasionally checked by herds of zebus crossing the track. Zebus are nearly as big as the cars themselves and don't have much sense of fair play, which is why they get the right of way. But in next to no time, it's back on the helter-skelter, on an obstacle course, a kamikaze raid with no holds barred. No quarter asked, no quarter given. After stones and water, Lugadara, 60 miles of deep, rutted sand. If you slow down, you sink in up to your hubcaps. So, in this tire-stripping sand, you accelerate, you gun the engine, you zigzag between the telegraph poles. Or else, well, keep your eyes skinned. Track and railway run side by side. Warmbold doesn't hesitate, he takes the railway, with his CX doing nearly 90. But you have to know just when to leave the track and when to get back on it, when it's feasible and when it isn't. You can't hesitate for a fraction of a second. There's no time for reflection, barely time for reflexes. The eventual winner, Jean Deschasseaux. It was in Lugadara that he took the lead. Sometimes there's not just one track, but 4 or 5, or none at all. Here, for 3 days and 3 nights, through sand or scree, through brush or scrub, a constant war is fought. The interplay of cars and track is unrelenting. Not a duet, but a duel. Exhausted drivers have to battle with heat, fatigue, and fear. The enemy is everywhere. It may be a ditch, a rock, a ford, or the weather. Here, sport verges on adventure. Adventure on the epic.